The instant she declared that his value outweighed mine, I didn't lash out, break down, or even blink. I remained still, staring at the woman who once whispered her deepest dreams to me in the quiet of the night. Now, that same woman defended a man whose lingering smiles I had learned to distrust. When she demanded that I apologize to him, or accept the end of us, a strange calmness filled me, like a violent storm that had suddenly stilled. 3 years married, 6 years bound together. Our lives had been woven like music, chaotic in places, yet harmonious in the whole. Her laughter once felt pure, and I never doubted it. But then he appeared, her so-called best friend. The kind of friend who held on during hugs a second too long, whose eyes lingered on her lips as she spoke. At first, I swallowed my suspicions. I refused to play the part of a jealous husband. Still, respect has a scent all its own, and his presence carried the odor of lines crossed. It wasn't one explosive betrayal, but a slow bleed of countless small wounds. The laptop snapped shut the moment I walked in. Midnight chats hidden away. Messages that read, "You'll always be my safe place." A passcode on her phone suddenly changed. Matching bracelets I never thought to question. A hotel bill she dismissed as a clerical mistake. I didn't confront her. I gathered the pain instead. Storing it like poison in a bottle. Easier to hold once it had a label. The breaking point came in an argument with him. I finally confronted him, and he sneered with the arrogance of a man who believed he had already won. "She's chosen me," his expression said without words. And she proved him right, standing beside him without hesitation. That night, I walked away. I left the house, the keys, and the life I had poured myself into. My silence became my weapon. For 4 relentless days, I wielded it with precision. She called, texted, sobbed outside my door. I gave her nothing. Silence unsettles. Desperation breeds mistakes. I began digging. An old contact at her bank revealed she had opened a secret account 6 months earlier, quietly siphoning away $1,800. She had been planning her escape, never imagining I would be the one to leave first. I waited, watched, allowed her to twist the story, painting me as paranoid and unstable to our mutual friends. I let them believe it. Their mistake became my advantage. His name was Jason, a real estate broker, a snake in disguise. I'd crossed paths with him years ago during a property deal. He tried to cheat me then, falsifying documents that cost me dearly. I reported him. He lost his license. He never knew I was the one who ruined him. And now here he was, in my house at my table with my wife. This wasn't only betrayal. This was unfinished business. My first move was leverage. Her secret account was laughably easy to access. Her password, Melody04, as predictable as ever. I took screenshots of the transactions, saved their messages, and built a file I titled Loyalty. Then I turned my sights on Jason. Through a contact in real estate law, I uncovered 2 shady deals he'd recently closed. Quietly, I reported them. Disguised as a client, I baited him into sending doctored listings, recording every damning word. Those recordings went straight into the hands of his victims. By the 4th day, she was unraveling, crying outside my door, begging to be heard. I let her in, listened to her apologies, even held her hand and whispered that I forgave her. Then I gave her the file. She flipped through the evidence, screenshots, transfers, messages, and her face drained of color. I told her I wouldn't destroy her, so long as she left quietly. No alimony, no demands, only the truth laid bare. Her silence confirmed everything. She walked out without another word. The final act came with Jason. He called, spitting curses and threats. I agreed to meet him at a diner. Neutral ground. He arrived brimming with arrogance. I sat across from him, calm. I slid a flash drive across the table. On it, proof of 12 victims, fraudulent contracts, forged signatures. "When this surfaces, you'll be lucky to sell cheap trinkets on the street," I told him. His smirk faltered. I leaned in and added, "She was never yours. You were just the flame she used to burn everything down." Then I stood up and left, without a single glance back. 6 months have passed. She's living with her sister now. Jason has lost his license once again. Rumor says they no longer speak. People often ask why I seem so calm, why I don't seethe with bitterness. But vengeance isn't born of rage. It's carved in clarity. And that clarity came the very moment she told me he mattered more. She was right. To her he was everything. But to me he was simply useful.